Hello, and welcome back to another Website Depot podcast. As ever, I'm your host, Greg Benevent. Today, I'm very happy to have a new guest with me here, Jose Gudiel. Hi, Jose. How you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Oh man, I'm hanging in. I'm hanging in. My allergies, as I feel like on every one of these podcasts, I apologize for my allergies in advance. If you hear me clearing my throat or whatever. But yeah, super glad to have you here on the
Yeah, no
podcast
problem.
today. My first question, usually to folks, we'll pose it to you here too, is tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
We started this company about 5 years.
Oh wow,
We establish it and we want to grow more.
excellent.
We keep our clients happy, great reviews, outstanding work out there. We want to make a difference on this industry. So
Totally,
and has
totally.
been
No,
working.
that's great. Yeah, I mean, I hear that, and I want to ask, what does it mean to, if you take us a little bit deeper, like what does it mean to make a difference in the industry? Like, if you could say a little bit about the industry you're in, and the difference you can make there.
We have different ways to approach and to commit to our clients that are expecting what they're paying for. There's a lot of companies out there that promising a million things and nothing has been done
Oh, geez.
or it has been done in the wrong way. So we are here to do what we promise we are going to do.
Gotcha. No, that's great. So yeah, so like what are some trends or some things that have jumped out to you about landscaping and your business in like the last few months or 6 months or even a year? Like what are some trends you see out there?
What has jumped more is the hardscape.
Hmm.
The hardscape part is kind of the engine of the
Hmm.
company, and
Okay.
we started 2 or 3 years doing hardscape.
Gotcha. Okay. No, I mean that's fascinating. I mean, I know, just from someone that looked at your site a few times now before this, like I personally was unaware of just how many hardscape options were out there. And I imagine a lot of the people out there that could really benefit from them might not know what those are too. If you could take us through some great things that you folks offer in the hardscapes there.
When I do an estimate, I try to, explain to the customer how we're gonna start the project. All the basic information is written on all the estimates, what the procedures that we take to excavate. We call dig safe to make sure we're not gonna hit any wires, any gas lines,
Oh, good.
water. Safety is number one priority in this company.
That's great. No, that's so important. It on that same topic of safety. I mean, I sort of got to ask everyone that comes through here, regardless of what industry they're in. I mean, how has your business or industry changed in during the pandemic? I mean, what measures have you folks taken to keep everyone safe there?
Since the pandemic started in, I believe it was February and March, that kind of bad news. So if we put three people on a truck, we put two,
Mm,
they're apart. Wearing
sure.
masks, there's always alcohol and sanitizer in the trucks.
Oh, good.
We took action immediately.
That's great. No, that's so important. That's reassuring to hear you say that.
Even though we are working outside,
Hmm.
we make sure social distancing and that way the customers is 100% comfortable with our team.
Oh no, that's great. That all makes sense. You mentioned it about a year ago at this point, February and March, we came into the pandemic. When I was looking at your site, something that jumped out at me, something kind of topical, is that it said you folks do spring cleanups. With February here, I think the exact date of spring is about just a little bit less than a month away at this point. I mean, what exactly does spring cleanup consist of there?
Well, spring cleanup means we go out there, we clean up all the debris that has fallen from all the snowstorms
Oh, geez.
or any storms, biggest storms that we had. So we
Hmm.
make sure we pick up all the twigs, branches fallen. We make sure we detach the lawn, rake all the beds, and kind of prep it for mulch. So
Gotcha.
we prep everything, and then the other team comes within 2 or 3 weeks for the mulch.
Oh, that's great. That works in like two stages then, kind of to get everything taken care
Correct.
of there. you know,
Yeah.
like I said, when I was looking at your website, I was like, oh, I had an idea of what landscaping was in my head, but I didn't realize everything that was involved with it. I imagine we're getting about that time of year when the grass is growing a lot. And I know folks are starting to really take serious mowing their lawns. And I certainly know that there's no shortage of lawn mowing companies out there. So like what, you know, I see you folks offer lawn mowing. What separates your lawn mowing from, you know, what we might see somewhere else?
Our lawn mowing team, we call it lawn maintenance. They're very careful. All the blades are sharpened every day
Oh, wow.
of the mowing. So that way we get a premium quality cut. And also all the blades get sterilized just because sometimes there may be a fungus on the grass and we don't want to bring it to somebody else's lawn, you know.
Yeah.
That's a very tough situation right there. So we always sterilize our blades, our mowers, everything is sterilized in each house. So that way we keep the fungus away and not in their lawn.
No, that's great. I just realized as soon as I said lawn mowing and you corrected me with lawn maintenance, that makes so much sense. What you folks offer is a real maintenance service with that sterilization thing with the fungus. I had no idea that that really,
Yes.
really is something. It I guess on the same topic of, you know, words that probably mean more than what I, a lay person, would know, pruning. I see that's something else you offer. If you could say some about your pruning services and how those work.
So the pruning is we go to their houses. First, we sharpen the blades as well, the
Mm,
shears, gas powered. We also sprayed. It's a special can that we have. I don't know the name of in my top of my head, but
mhm.
we buy sprays for the blades. We spray them in. That way, we don't have a like a burn
Oh,
like a burn thing on the tree or the shrub, so you
yeah.
don't see it. And also sterilize as well.
Wow. I mean, and just talking to you for a couple minutes, it just strikes me that the level of care and precision within that you take when doing these things. I mean, I think just speaking personally, I know so much of it's like, oh, okay, I'm going to cut my lawn, I'm going to prune my, you know, the plants and all that. And yet I would never have thought of this thing with the burning. I certainly never would have thought of that about the thing about the fungus. I mean, that it seems like you folks have a real attention
Yeah,
to
the thing is,
detail.
yeah, and also the thing is, I have a company there. I don't want to put a blast to anybody, but I see it from the customers. I hear it every day that I'm
Oh,
doing.
geez.
For example, a lawn estimate. They're running. They're not taking the time they need to do the. So they're like running. They're doing this and that, and we don't do that. We don't. We take our time in mowing your lawn and pruning just shrubs. And maybe the price might be a little bit higher than the other ones, but you're paying for a quality service. You're not paying for a quick fix here and there. No, not here. We take pride in our work.
That's very clear. That comes through remarkably clearly. That's it. It's all. It seems very much
Yeah.
like what what you're talking about is sort of like the kind of maintenance services that really do protect the investment that a person has put in their house and put in their, you know, their landscaping.
Correct. Exactly.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Well, I
Exactly.
mean, you mentioned time, and we were talking about the spring cleaning, and eventually you know, even here in February, autumn will be here at some point. So I guess I also saw on your site, I mentioned something about fall cleanup. So I was wondering what, you know, that would consist of there.
Well, for cleanups, we kind of get a package going for the customer,
Mhm.
and that would include from start to finish of the fall of the leaves. So
Oh,
some companies they charge one, two, three, and four times.
oh,
So
geez.
we kind of are like a maintenance. It's like a maintenance division that handles from fall, from the beginning of the fall to the start. So when we
Hmm.
mow, because
Mhm.
we still mow around that time, we
Mhm.
make sure we blow all the leaves, we take them out, we suck them and take them away every time because they're paying for a package that the property
Right.
is nice and clean every single week that we go there for the fall.
Hmm. No, and that sounds so much more fair to the property owner as opposed to having to pay someone to come out every single
Correct.
time that the tree gives away some, sheds some more leaves. You folks are on top of it and being like, hey, here's a real package from professionals that aren't trying to gouge you.
Correct.
Gotcha. No, that's great. Well, that covers all the questions I had. Is there anything else that you'd like to tell people or let them know?
Yeah, I like to let them know that we also offer commercial snow plowing.
Oh,
If there's
wow.
any commercial clients that are looking for a real professional, we handle shopping plazas.
Mhm.
We handle all hotels, industries, shopping malls.
Mhm.
So anything that has to do with commercial snow plowing, let us know. We have strong references upon request if they would like to, or we have our portfolio as well, so they
Mhm.
can take a look at it, what we do. So we cover commercial snow management and ice control.
Mm. This is a follow-up question for me, and if you don't have an answer for it, it's all right. But I am curious. When we were talking about the pruning and the lawn mowing, you mentioned the extra details and that your company takes care of the fungi and sterilizing the blades and making sure the pruning isn't, burn the plant. What is there anything like that in terms of ice management or the snow plowing, and a detail or two you can point to and be like, hey, this is what we offer that you might not see elsewhere?
Yeah, we in top of ice control, meaning that I'm on top 24/7, checking the sites that
Wow.
are not icy, that no slip and falls happens. If it needs salt, we immediately put an application of salt.
Oh, wow.
So that way, the owner of the commercial one doesn't get sued or doesn't. We take care of him, so nothing liability wise happen.
That's great. That makes so much sense. That is a rare service that you're always there to be on top of that. That's not, I mean, the snow can come at any time. It makes a lot of sense that you folks are there at any time too.
Correct.
Great. Well, this was
That's right.
this was very helpful, Jose. I really appreciate that. Is there anything else? I mean, you've said it all very well. This is I genuinely learned a lot here today.
Yeah, no, I think we got everything covered. Um, you know, uh, uh, One thing is look for reviews out there. Make sure everybody's talking good. Not just one review, two reviews. Make sure you look for multiple reviews. Like for example, Google, Yelp, Angie's List, any house.com, that you want to make sure you hire the right professionals for your yard, for property. This is an investment that you're making for your property to beautify your house. That's it. Make sure you hire the right professionals. That's all.
That's a wonderful sentiment. Make sure to hire the right professionals for your property. Well, thank you so much for coming on today, Jose. We really appreciate that.
Thank you. It was really nice to meet you.
Cool, cool. You too, you too. Well, this was great. Well, on behalf of Website Depot, my name's Greg Benevent. Take it easy. Have a good night. We'll see you next time.
Take care.